Hello everyone and welcome back. We're here for round number 2 of the 2022 DiscGolf Terminalen Open presented by Latitude 64. I'm your host, Terry Miller, the Disc Golf Guy, and I'm joined alongside 3-time world champion Nate Doss. A Nate Doss that's actually played at this course, so a very special guest commentator for us. And we're here in round 2 in the afternoon of Saturday. So we've already got one round complete, and now we have our lead card action coming at you. And they're playing again the red course. Josef Berg has the tee. He is your hot round from round 1. He had shot 7 under.
Yeah, Terry, the morning round, these guys played pretty good. You can see their scores to par, but they left a lot out there. There was still a lot of birdies to be had. I think we're going to see definitely some adjustments from these players, but also it's the second round of the day. So, where is their stamina to play 36?
Pelle Carlsson hits the center tree, a very common spot, as he said, squared it. And Filip Dahlen, another young superstar out of Sweden. And everybody is safe off the tee.
That's a scary shot right there because there is out of bounds up by this basket. Little pond. Now you can see it right there. That's the OB. And it's OB across that road.
Yeah, to the left of the road and deep of the basket. So plenty of challenge here on hole number 1, coming in at 101 meters.
Yeah, 330 feet. Even I can do that calculation, Terry.
And Josef off on the right side of the fairway, so he's got a long look at birdie. And not too much movement here on the first hole. Everybody looking to pick up their pars.
Yeah, I mean, 1 is definitely a hole that if you get a good tee shot off and you find in bounds, you want to get that birdie. But to avoid the out of bounds, just walk away with the par. Not horrible, but the next several holes, you really have to take advantage on this course. A lot of birdie opportunities early in the round.
And yes, we'll head over to a very short hole number 2. This one bends from left to right, and I love the forehand shot, and that's almost perfect there by Josef. Great tee shot.
Yeah, and that was almost a little too turned, but just flipping up enough, taking a nice power skip there. Boy, it's just been a beautiful day overall to play disc golf up in northern Sweden. Perfect conditions.
That kicks off to the left side, almost finding 3's fairway. That's also a good-looking shot. That should give him a putt from inside 10 meters. LA forced to go with the Anheuser putt around, and that looks like it's going to be a par. He also told me just before the round, he said, the world needs to know that there's another good Carlsson out here besides just my brother Linus, who was playing in Pittsburgh at the Silver Series, having a good time. That's Pittsburgh in the USA, that is. Great putt by Filip.
Yeah, and you'd have to imagine a lot of these younger players in Sweden with dreams of doing what Carlsson is doing in the United States by playing on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. This man right here, Anders Sward, is a veteran of Swedish disc golf. I personally have played several rounds with Anders in Sweden as well as in Finland. Really great player. So a few birdies there on hole number 2. Hole 3, a lot of out of bounds, and that is a perfect shot. You can see the rocks there. That's actually defining the edge of a crescent pond at the bottom of the little hill where the basket's sitting up on. That's the much safer side of the green, far right.
Not close, but also not punishing there for Filip. He's going to be on the short right side and have a look for the birdie. Pelle trying to get up and over and somehow skips over the top.
Wow. That was great. And a smart layup there. I mean, water straight away behind. Terry, it's really interesting to watch. You see Anders here for birdie.
A little closer than the previous round. And this time he doesn't convert, so he's going to have to settle for a par.
It's interesting watching these younger Swedish players. When I first went to Sweden, everybody had the same style because there was no YouTube. And now with YouTube, Disc Golf Network, Jomez, all that good stuff, the Disc Golf Guide channel, you can see that more modern style from a lot of these young players.
Yeah, everybody picking up all the different, little mannerisms and some of the form that we see from some of our top-level pros. And now we head over to hole number 4. This is a par 4. It's a little bit of an easier par 4 in terms of getting the birdie, but still very difficult to try and get the eagle. OB on the left side of the fairway. So assuming you come up short of that, that's where you want to be, is on the left side. Anything short and right is going to be very difficult. And that is a great shot if it would just hook up. And it stays in bounds.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good shot just to get the easy birdie. Once you've gotten out to that corner, you can pretty much pitch around relatively easily, and Anders has done pretty good as well. Today, in this round, there wasn't a 2 here on hole number 4, Anton Nordgren. So it is eagleable.
Filip trying to find a tiny little gap. He'll have a long putt. Still a look for birdie.
Yeah, he got through. So now you can see Anders over here. Got to work a little shot from left to right, but does that pretty nicely. You can see the basket right there. So once you're out in this green grass area, it's not that hard.
No, you want to get about pin high with the short basket as you're seeing in your screen. But if you want to be on the left side so you have an easy look at it, and Josef not far off with his Berg.
Basically, everybody in the group lined up, well, besides this one, for birdie.
Filip has work to do. He's in circle 2.
Wow. What a putt.
Become a Swedish doubles champion without being able to putt well.
Yeah, help your partner out. What a putt for birdie. Now he might start the star frame. think so.
Great work by the group here on hole number 4. Everybody getting the birdie. We head to 5. This is the turnover. During round 1, I was at the catch position, but we're seeing Josef throw a really nice shot.
Yeah, just 293. It's just a soft bend through the woods here for the right-handed player. Just a sort of a pitch hyzer for a left-handed player. That looks pretty darn good. Yeah, nice catch there, Terry. Basket. Like it.
Feels wide for Anders, but it stays clean the whole way, and he'll have a putt for birdie.
Yeah, on 5. If you can get clean, you're going to have a look. If not, you're struggling to try to even make par because it gets pretty thick, although he's found a nice opening here. First available, Terry. Brutal.
I like to punish the trees around here. And Filip will pitch next to the basket, but that's going to be a bogey for Filip. Josef birdied this in round 1, trying to birdie again here in the second round. And no problem. So off to a great start, getting 4 birdies in the first 5 holes. Anders trying to get his 3rd birdie. No problem.
Solid from Anders. This property has several different layouts, a lot of baskets all over the place, right, Terry? Lots of tees and baskets. It's a great place to play.
I believe there are 4 different regular configurations out on this course. The red, the yellow, blue, and the black. And the nemesis hole, hole number 6.
I mean, it's pretty much what you see is what you get. 206 feet straight away. Oh, and that's just a complete misfire there. Kicks even further away.
The professor, Thomas Ekstrom, told me this is too much like Indiana golf that he played back in 1996. He said this fairway is too narrow for him.
Yeah, Thomas, one of the founders of Latitude 64, he's a power player. And when you get into these wooded holes, it can get a little tight.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me, and then he handed me one of his fuses, and I parked it. Made it look pretty easy, and that's short and right. So some trouble here for our lead card on this pretty short 63-meter hole.
Yeah, that name Nemesis is really paying off for these guys.
Oh, and almost putting it in. The good news about a hole that's just 63 meters is even if you hit something, you still probably can see the basket. And Klaas Norden did, in fact, ace this hole during the round, so congratulations for the hole-in-one.
Yeah, not such a nemesis.
Not for him. Anders, birdie luck. That's frustrating to miss from there. Filip stays just 1 down for the round. And the rest of the guys, everybody will tap in. Hole 6 wins this round. And we're going to move over to hole number 7. Thank you to all of the supporters of the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour. Also, everyone that you're seeing during the transition between holes. The event wouldn't happen without you guys. We appreciate it. So playing for the skip again. Oh, and it skipped. It looked like that skipped into the hazard and then back out of the hazard.
Yeah. Hole number 7 is just 193 feet. But as Terry was saying, there's a hazard right in front of this basket. And so you got to get over that hazard and just drop it in the pin. Ooh, that looked good. Nice bounce forward.
Late tree hit for Filip, but he'll still have a look for birdie. Josef had told me that the skip shot is what he had success with a few weeks earlier for the Swedish Championships. So far, 0 for 2 here in rounds 1 and 2. We'll see if he changes up his game plan for round 3. And that's a birdie for Filip.
Yeah, it's an interesting play to try to go for that skip shot. I mean, you saw what Anders did. And, you know, and you saw, you can just drop it in. Just that soft little turnover, but hey, if it worked in the Swedish Championship, you might as well give it another shot.
They move on to hole 8, the longest hole that they've seen so far this round.
Yeah, and this is where the course really starts to get tough. 8, par 4, or excuse me, just that long par 3. 443. It's one of my favorite holes on this course. I love these long drifting par 3s. Be kind of tough to see the basket down in there with the long shadows, but it's pretty much straight away. And 4 misfires from our lead card. Oh, boy.
Yeah, he is way back by hole number 6's tee over there.
Nice little snack tent, though.
It certainly is, thanks to our friends at Latitude 64 and the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour. Anders has a patent pending stance. And it bites all the way through. Great shot.
Really nice shot. Yeah, great control from Anders.
Great forehand by Filip. Pelle not afraid to go to the forehand also. Now Josef trying to save his par. I feel like that's the first time in 2 rounds that I really saw a missed putt by Josef. He's been so solid over this first round and a half. That's one of the few that I feel like was really well within range that he didn't convert on.
Yeah, I mean, it was surprising to see him miss it short. He's been very aggressive at the basket as well. Unfortunate bogey coming up for the leader.
Eight's difficult. 9, even more difficult, my opinion. It is a par 4, but you have to get past the initial ditch or the little break in the fairway, and if you hit anything early, there's no way you're going to take a 3. Anders would love to push all the way through. And if his footing is good, that should be a good drive for Anders.
Yeah, 9's just a tricky little hole. And as you were saying, Terry, if you're not in the perfect spot, then all of a sudden you're left to try to kind of be creative.
There's also a late Mando that you must go to the right of. So if you're out of position and you want to make up a crazy shot, you still have to worry about the Mando. And Filip hits one of the trees, so he'll have a tough approach from there. That's going to be short with a long look.
And you can just see why hole 9 is so tricky. I mean, these were pretty good tee shots, but if you don't push it close to that ditch, it's hard to get all the way back to the basket.
Yeah, the perfect drive is to get past this ditch and land somewhere out in the open.
I mean, Anders did a good job to leave his tee shot not over that ditch, but close enough to where he had a decent angle. He leaves that one a little left, but still a birdie putt.
Let's see if Josef goes up and over.
Or a Swedish hyzer.
And that's left side. Outside of circle 1, but still a makeable putt. Filip with his third. Can't ask for much more than that.
That's perfect. Speaking of perfect, I just got to mention, I mean, look at the fairways.
Yeah, it feels like such an honor to be here. I've got to thank Michael Bowie and the rest of the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour staff, as Josef can't take advantage and pick up the birdie, but just such an honor to be on the property and to be here filming this Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour event, as Anders with a really nice putt. That's going to bring him to 5 under through the front 9. And with that, takes the lead over Josef. Filip, make sure the chains are all in place. And in for the par. So I'm going to start to say thank you to everyone that was involved for all the amazing hospitality. Thank you for letting me come and see what Disc Golf Terminalen is all about, as we're here for the 6th stop on the Disc Golf Pro Tour Swedish edition. We're going to head to the back 9. Thanks for joining. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Maybe we'll give something away for free. We'll see you there.